Hello, my name is William Bashirs. I am a 4th grade teacher at Salinas Elementary, and I'm here to talk about the next phase of the FAC posters, specifically how to implement them in the classroom. It's up to the teacher's discretion, but these are some things that we found with the pilot classes that makes it easier, and hopefully it'll help you out as well. So each teacher, if you haven't already, will receive a poster not this size, I believe it's 11 by 22, to be displayed in their classroom. My recommendation is to just run down pieces of paper for each of the 3 categories: the family activities, the academic activities, and the community activities. From there, I number off all my students. I choose to use Roman numerals because it gives me a chance to do 2 things: to introduce them to Roman numerals, and also to do basically a little bit of coding. So you could take Roman numerals and give them some examples and have them derive how they work. For example, IV would be 5 take away 1, and so on. So I use that as a second opportunity, a teachable moment, to have them sort of figure out their numbers. From there, I just draw it across, and depending on the class, I either do it individually or we do it collectively as a group. Now, if you do it individually, student number 1 is going to have a line that goes all the way across: family, academics, community, and as they accumulate points, they start adding them here. And it also gives you an idea of who's more active and in what areas. So for example, student number 10 here is very active in the family area, so maybe their family needs to look at more community activities or more academic activities that can be shared, and maybe as a family do that, or gives an opportunity for other families to communicate and talk about that, or even give little mini workshops if you want after school for these families to give them some ideas. So maybe pastries and parents would be a good opportunity to go over a couple of these activities. So from there, that's about it. They come in, they do it on their own. It's an honor system. And basically, all this is negotiable. There is no poster that will fully define the activities that every family needs, and not every family is the same. And how you even define family is a conversation that needs to be shared. You know, maybe mom and dad aren't there as often as they want to be or could be, and maybe it is a mentor or somebody else, or maybe you need to get a mentor to make these things happen. Again, the example of cooking. Cooking could be worth no points in my opinion, or it could be one of the best ways to spread a narrative. So if grandma's special recipe has a story behind it, and that's a story that goes with the families during reunion, and it's sort of something that carries along and people can shape it to whatever they want, I would add more points to it. If it adds math components like fractions and measuring, most definitely. Even conversions, most definitely. That's about it as a score points. If I'm doing it as a class, I will use this as a way to decide certain privileges. So if we're going to have a party, for example, they need to have a certain number of points in this area, this area, and this area. And once they score that number of points, then we have a classroom party. So we basically take this family poster and we turn our classroom into a family and use activities as milestones. Again, each kid, once they get their poster, I'd have them turn it in, then I'd give it back to them. So if you want to do points based on each student or each family, that way you could give them awards at the ceremony, and it also allows you to identify these families that are very strong in certain areas. That's it for now. Please don't forget to subscribe, to like, and to write a comment. And if you have any questions, list them below. Thank you very much.